It's RocksAlot here. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. We are live. Let's get a few little extra light. Do a chat filter. We are good to go. So a few things to do today. A few things to clean up. Some to cut. And then we're going to Dremel out some Opal. A big old chunk. That one actually. So we're going to take out some of the sort of concretey looking matrix. Actually, you can actually see the color through the bottle. Hi there, welcome in. First one in. I am hoping to hit 3,000 today. Oh, gone. Anyway, let's get set up here. Like I said, a few different things to do. Hi there, welcome in. Let me get that cuff out, actually, just for show. How's everybody doing? I think my chat's working. Good. Just getting all my safety stuff on. Let's see if we can get some gloves on today. But yeah, I got that commission start. Well, we backed the stone last time, and so I put a saw through the piece today. Oopsie, sorry about that. And oh, we got no water in. So that's to go in that cuff right there. We'll take a quick peek at that once I get some water in all these trays. I know there's a lot going on today. I know Kyle is live right now. I think he's doing polyhedrals. Hey, GD Level. Ladams, welcome in. So just filling up the trays. You can see the water going in. There we go. Bingo. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Let's take a peek at what we're going to do. And I've got a few different things to do today. So we backed these in the last live, and I snapped this one too much. Oops. So I might have to redo that one rather than lose the color. And then we also did that little one, which was Egyptian. Still needs to come down on that a little bit. So we're going to clean those two, probably these three up, I think. I've already cleaned these three up. Thank you for the thumbs up. And so we'll clean those up. This one I'm going to have to reback because I snapped it off the other one. And when I snapped it off the other one, I took off some that was backing underneath. So we're going to redo that one, or I'm going to add it anyway. So let's put those up there. It's a little sticky out here today. I'd say about 90% humidity. And then these ones, hey Haas, how are you? Nice to see you in. I know a lot of people, if there's anybody that doesn't know what a polyhedral agate is, please go to World of Rock Hounds. He has them up for sale right now. They don't come up very often into the market. They do have a price to them, but it's not exorbitant. I mean, it's not sort of out of this world. And if you do collect stones or rocks in any way, it's always great to have one into your... Hey, Sunray, All-Star. So we backed this one. I only took 2 slices out of it because maybe I can save this stone for another project. And now I've got to take this one, I think, and put it in there. Wow. Plenty of room. And what was good about what we did here I got plenty of height on it, so I can bring that down a little bit so it's thicker on this end, and should be over the thickness of that, which will be great. So that one's ready to go. The back, I don't know when we'll do those. Maybe we'll do a pop-up live on those. I usually work on the commissions after my work day, and yeah. But what we are going to do first, let me show you. So I went estate sailing, and I know you guys, I don't show the estate sale stuff much. It's not. I mean, it is my thing, but I don't really show it. Estate sale, drove like an hour. Ended up being the first one in the line because it was out in the boonies, and so yeah, got $100 I spent, and all this. So if you're looking for equipment, if you're looking for silversmithing things, crafting, go to estate sales. What was this one? This alone was 36 grams. All right, Harold. Yeah, I've never really cut any Tiffany, I don't think. So where is the Tiffany? That's a great question. How did you know I misplaced that? Anyway, so I got all that. It added up to 238 grams of silver, which ended up being 9 ounces of pure silver, which ends up being, I don't know, somewhere around $600. I know, 400 and something dollars. And but it also had this in there. Yeah, North Star, I did rather well. So this, I guess this has a price to it as well. But here's that little piece. So she had tested this and it had come up 14 karat. I didn't buy it as 14 karat. I bought it as copper. But I hadn't really seen this material before. Let's see if I can get this out. There we go. So on the back, 26 gauge, you can pretty much see that it's copper. But on the front, I think it's a really thick plated copper, gold plated copper. I won't pick up on that because they're so thin. But yeah, so I'm sure that's got a little bit. 100. Yeah, there was no discounts on the first day, but I did happen to. Well, that's what it turns into. So it's more than a backing plate. I mean, it's copper backed, but it's gold on the front. You can see the thin layer actually. So it's a pretty thick layer. You see the split? So that top is gold. It's actually pretty thick. That's more than a plating. And the back is, this one is copper, I think, but it looks more like silver. Anyway, interesting stuff. And the reason I went to the estate sale down there is her previous estate sale I didn't get to go to, and I just said hi in a text, and she sent me a few pictures of what was left in the jewelry case. And so, sort of sight unseen, I bought a necklace for $21. Hey Stephen, how are you? Welcome in everybody. And I did notice the silver findings on this one. So originally it was 42. And I got it for 21 because it was last day and she wanted to get rid of it. I just went and picked it up, what, 2-3 weeks later. And look at this. Look at that. Look at the size of these nuggets. And these are real, these aren't howlite. Beautiful. Hey Jeff, JMV. How you doing, sir? So even just those chunks of turquoise, one of them's worth more than I paid for the whole thing. And then the only thing that was wrong, it had been redone a few times, I think, as far as the clasp. So somebody had redone that right there and put that ring in. But these are silver and beautiful Hishi beads and turquoise. The inner necklace is about, I think it was 18, and the outer one was 20. So beautiful. Claimed already. You know who that went to, don't you? So, and it's a really good piece. So yeah, go to estate sales. I know not everybody likes to go to them or find them or drive for them, but I will tell you, I have bought some of my best deals. Oh, I didn't even bring the rocks out. I also bought a bunch of rocks from there. They had everything. So I bought most of the rocks that were slabs, and then I also bought, what happened to the Tiffany? That's a bit of a bummer. I don't know where I put the Tiffany. And so yeah, rocks and silver. It was a good weekend. I don't know where the Tiffany went. So sorry about that. I would start with the Tiffany, but I honestly don't know what I did with it. Oh, there it is. I got too many things. Yeah, Steve, glad you came in. So sort of YouTubey news. YouTubey news is because I did that boot camp, I am in the Discord. So I get to see a lot of other creators and their questions. Their same comments about whether their views are going up or down. Some of them seem to think that it's seasonal, that their views, just the regular views have gone down. And I'm doing pretty well. But that's good talk. I'll probably be finished. So that's a good reminder. One of the things that I have to watch out for is going 3 or 4 hours. It does take it out of me a little bit. I mean, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, but yeah, I'm not sure. Just hang in there, JNV. Mine went down a little bit. My lives have been doing really well. And then they invited me to go to an event, like a YouTube event. Who'd have thought? And I put in for it. I guess I'll find out maybe tomorrow or the next day whether I'm going or not. But, you know, I've said it in here quite a few times that when mine took off, they offered me that boot camp thing. I saw other people said no to it because they didn't think it was sort of their niche. I would suggest taking it whether you think it's your niche or not. So, I guess I probably need 2 gloves, right? And then I'll show you what we're going to get to. Let me get the glove on. Oop. So we'll see. I might be taking a trip in the middle of the week. And even if I go to 1, how amazing would that be? For me, it would be just to be a fun little trip and sort of go to the YouTube offices and all that kind of weird stuff. It'd be fun. So hopefully Freckle Cat gets to come with me. Sure. So that's this looks so much better wet. I put it in there last night, but dry, it's pretty foggy. So still got to work on that one. But at the end of today, we're going to get into this one. And Yeah, that would be a fair price. Yeah, we're gonna get into this one. And we're just gonna Dremel out some of these holes. And then when I'm done for the day, maybe you can head over to Togs, that Opal guy, and he will be doing another one. So if Freckle Cat would put my email in the bottom, that would be fantastic. Yeah, I'm hoping Freckle Cat gets to come with me. She's, she's part of the channel, and she's the moderator that keeps us all clean, or at least not mucky. So we'll come back to this one. We're going to do the pieces of turquoise. We're going to work on this Tiffany, which I've never really worked on before. And with the Tiffany, let's get this going. So Tiffany's got a little chip out of it, which shows the color. It's a quick highlight. Not a howlite, but a highlight. And let's move over. So I hope everybody's doing well. I know it's been sticky. I don't know if we can see it. Let's see if we can find it. Just so you guys know I'm not fibbing to you. Let me see if I can find it. Hi Kelly, how are you doing? That's okay. I'm going to get on the Dremel in a minute. Maybe we should all just have a giant Dremel session. Let me see if I can find this. I don't know if it'll show. Oh no, I forgot she did that. Here we go. Let's see if it shows up. So that's in my car. That's exterior temperature. Yeah, 111 exterior. And then Toby, he is such a sport. He went to the toy store yesterday after getting his grooming. Hey Dusty. And somehow he came back like this. Uh-oh. Yep, I'm a cowboy. All right. It's a good thing he doesn't see this stuff. He'd be like, why are you embarrassing me? So let's see what we can do here. All right, Tiffany. A Dremel Palooza. There we go. Why not? That'd be fun. I don't know how it all sounds. We all have different speeds on our Dremels and different microphones, so be a little techno Dremel Palooza. Here we go. Maybe I'm going to try that. I'm going to try some of my equipment in a techno AI. Yeah, I know. Well, we've got to practice for Halloween. Miss Frecklecat, if you would put my email in, I might have missed it the first time. Let's see. And I know J&V has a new puppy too. Big guy, real big guy. Here we go. Take out some of the sounds, get some of these stones off. Basically what I'm going to do with this one, it's almost thick enough for me to cut into two, but it does have a good height here to here, and it looks a little chalky over here. So I'm going to go around outside. If it gets to this height, we might pop outside, see if I can just take the top off for a little small, what? Really, J&V? I didn't know you had that many. It's quite the little gang right there. Yeah, don't go under Jeff's property. You'll be heard. Yeah, but the 7 little ones are the ones that yeah, thank you for that, Harold. All right, we're gonna go around the edge, see if it's worth cutting. I'm afraid if I cut it on the saw, it might crack open, but I don't really see any freckles. No fractures. Here we go. You need extra water for this, I think. Let's go all the way around the edge. See how high the fluorite goes and the opal goes. That's better. Nice and soft. So because it's soft, that's why I'm a little afraid of going on the saw. Let's go around that corner. If we can get 2 out of this, that'll be fantastic. Really? Shoot, we should have come to you. We thought about adoption too. Shoot, I met a lady at the thrift store. I don't know how long ago it is, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and she had a mini Dachshund with her. She was a puppy, and I literally went out to the parking lot where her and her partner were and asked where she got it from. So it was actually a kennel in Georgia. So that had been in the back of my mind for a long time. Alright, so as you can see here. Hi Koa! Benday! This sort of white is really soft, really soft. The color is a bit harder. So this may blend over. And I am thinking about that bottom shape already, because that's clean. I wish that started here. What's going on with that? That is not how you put your geyser in your water. I don't know what was going on. So yeah, as I was saying, so has Kyle finished with his polyhedrals? If there's anybody watching that doesn't know what a polyhedral agate is, Kyle from World of Rock Hounds was selling some this morning. I'm pretty sure he's got some that were passed. I forget how much. I know the smaller ones were about $5 a gram. I don't know if he went lower than that or not. But always great to have one in your collection. They don't come around into the market very often. Thank you, Pasta. I don't know if that's a good thing. I told that to Freckle Cat the other day. She tried to unhear it. And maybe that's something I should hit up on. Polyhedral agate. I think I have one tiny little slice just for the formation. So I believe that all of that is going to be dud right from there to there. And that's too low there, so we're not cutting this. There's a tiny little stone maybe here I could pull out. But it's not really worth it for me to risk cutting it and then the saw have it cracked through. So let's start taking this top off to see what's underneath. That's fun. It's like watching one of those dermatologist channels. Sorry. It's all right. We're not on full moderation. What is good is I do like that you can, as much as I would love the kids to watch this all the time, it's good to have it on not for certain ages, just in case you get less trolls, and less for me to worry about when I'm on the live. All right. So on the big screen, even if you push the double arrow in the bottom for expand, you know, you could almost put a movie on the one side and another movie on the other side and have me in the middle. Right, bringing this down, it's going to come down quite a lot. Thank you for all those thumbs up. I am almost at my next $100. We're going to pull all that out. Look at that mix up of mash. Nothing crazy in there, but it's kind of interesting to see the sands and the black in there. It'd be nice to see a nice nugget of gold pop out. Yeah, exactly. It looks like our floor. We have carpet, but underneath the floor. Okay, so that's coming out higher than I thought, which is great. Still got a little bit of an indentation there, but if I can get this to fill out with some color, that would be awesome. Just giving it a general shape on the top as well. I don't know if you guys saw at the beginning that that Opal guy is going to go on live later on. Oh, that's neat. And that'll be in about an hour and a half, probably. About an hour and a half. I'll let you guys know if I get accepted into the YouTube event. Should be fun if I do. I think I'll probably be like twice as old as the average age in there. I might behave their age, but that's in a couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll hear something on Monday. All right, let's move on to the next wheel. It's turning out good. Control, Alt, Delete. How are you? Still got that little patch, but I think it's gonna come through. Oh my goodness, we're going to start seeing things, aren't we? It's all going to change, though. Let's move on to this next wheel. Let's go around. Are there any crevices that I missed? Here, I think, yeah. I got a little one right there. You see how it still V's down into the girdle? I have to at least bring that girdle in enough to get rid of that little V. Just as a suggestion, if you've never worked with Tiffany stone, it's a very easy stone to work with. It will test sort of how gentle you can bring back the material. It's almost the same hardness as the phosphosphiderite, the pimply, the purpley pink phosphosphiderite, mostly from Argentina. Pixie is the next one down from the Genie. Just in size, I think it's a 4-inch. This is a 6-inch, and then you have the Titan, Old Diamond Pacific. The Titan is an 8-inch. Some of it's about size preference. Some of it's about mobility. Did it change its color, Harold? The next couple of weeks I gotta try and work with gloves on. I've been tearing up my nails and my hands the last 2 lives. Alright, this is looking good. Now we're going to start bringing it down again a little bit more from the top, but even though it's a little wonky on the girdle, I'm happy with the angle. Going all the way around. And the bottom's flat. In fact, I'm gonna take that bottom corner off real quick for safety's sake. And not safety of me, but safety of the stone. Just helps it stop from chipping out on those bottom corners. It is a pretty stone. A bit Steve, yours are a bit skinny. Hi everybody, welcome in. Piece of Tiffany stone. Opalized fluorite mix. So put in the magic pot and mix together. Work on the top of that girdle. We won't be on this wheel too long because it's metal on a soft stone, and metal on a soft stone you'll get facets really easy. And because it's soft enough, I can take it down on the 280 on that next wheel. And that's what we're going to do. You have higher RPM than I do, Steve. and you have a shroud on yours as well. silly people. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you all for being here. It's very kind of you to be here. And when I said silly people, I was referring to the chat people, not the rest of you. The rest of you are well behaved. I believe Nevada. Is it Utah or no? Like Utah's some. I think maybe there's some. I don't think it's worth too crazy much. I mean, it's worth a few dinners, that's for sure. Now we got the hump. How are we going to get rid of the hump? Because it just doesn't sit well. So I'm going to get rid of the hump. It's okay to have a little bit of a hump, but not too much. I'm going to bring it down. And welcome in, Jose. Yeah, I did really rather well on choosing this piece. Did this piece I really liked that came out of there. I didn't buy too much the last few sales at all. I bought some of this Stillwater turquoise. I'm not even sure what I did with that. What did I do with that? Oh, I haven't even shown you guys that yet. So I'm going to need you guys' help. We'll look at it after this, but I'm going to need your help, actually. Because there was a piece with 3 different types of turquoise all stuck together. And I left it in denatured alcohol overnight, hoping that might work, but I don't know if it's worked. I haven't checked it. Alright, thank you, Stephen. Perfect. So there's all your info, everybody, right there. Still got a little bit of a chipper. Gotta come in. And this came from Tim and Brandy. So Tim and Brandy are lapidary _ experience. And some of because of where they live, some of because of the people that they know. They're very good at sourcing materials for us. So I think I'm good. Good there. Got a little bit of a bug right there. Where did that come from? I don't remember that being there. So it might actually be crystally, sort of druzy-like inside. So we might keep that. And I'm just going to try and get that uglyish color off the top there. Oh, we got a visitor. Like the color. Alright. Okay. Stone is being taken away for a second. Yeah. So when I gave that necklace to Freckle Cat, she definitely felt some energy from it, as did I when I picked it up. It was a good energy, so we're going to keep that piece. And this is a good piece. Which blues? Oh. We'll make something out of it. Now that I got that silver from the estate sale as well, we can make something out of this. Okay. Moderator gets first claim.
I'm never on this plate.
No. Okay. Moderator gets her first claim. can have whatever she wants that I make. She lets me do it in the first place and encourages me doing it, so how can I not benefit from that? Alright, so I did take some of this high dome off that front. It just looked awkward. But wow, look at that. Who's winking at you, huh? That is really neat. It's a neat looking stone. Alright. Let's get a couple of pictures on that one. So other than this one, if you ever see a stone that you might be interested in, yeah, right. Unless they're blowing you a kiss in there. Thank you, Alan. If you're ever interested in a stone and you see it, get a screenshot. You can always go back to the live after I reload it. And send an inquiry or a request, or just say hi at my email down the bottom there. So like I say, I think somebody just claimed this one. Oh, they did. What a beautiful stone. Very happy that I cut it the way that I did and didn't go out to the saw. I think if I went to the saw and tried to chop that sort of hump that was on the dome, probably would have cracked it off. Alright, let's look at, this is what I need your help on. Anybody out there, so I'll be careful how I do this. Back you up a little bit. So this piece came in. Oh, I bought it this way. And it's actually 3 types of turquoise. And this bag is leaking at this point. Let's get it out of here. I'm going to try with this. If this doesn't work, I need your help. Let's open this up. Let's back it up. The birds are saying hi to everybody as well. She does, Steve. And you know, both of our sort of knowledge of stones and what's good and what's worth keeping, our standards have risen over the years. So let's put it that way. So this came in all stuck together. I have had it soaking in denatured alcohol overnight, and I'm gonna see, hopefully. Oh, I was not expecting that. All right, so one down. That's awesome. Because even if the other one doesn't come off, I can actually end up double backing it. So, all right. Don't know what type that is, but look at the colors on that. So I didn't get these stuck together. These were stuck at the sale, and it looks like they've tried to get them off before as well, and unsuccessfully. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, this one does not want to go. Yeah, it's just... I have to leave it on there or in there longer. I'm happy with one. Any other suggestions? Really? So is there no energy in an atom? I think there's something moving around in there. Yeah, it has to. Alright, well, I'm happy with one, so what we'll do is we'll put this back in. If anybody comes up with a better idea than just soaking it, please let me know. Okay, I mean, it's That's great, Barbara, actually. That's a good idea. Um, so it's an epoxy, which is similar to a nail varnish. So that's a great idea. I'm glad this little one came off first. We're going to cut it. I'm going to put this other big piece to the side, because this is now a win. So we're going to cut it. And like I said, if I really wanted to, I could cut these little edges up. See how there's not much here. Not much there anyway, right? Even less on this side, I think. So if I took that off, I could almost make a two-sided, double-typed let's see. Oh, that's what I tried. Let's give this a little quick roundup over here. Thank you everybody for being here. I thought about cutting away. I would have to be very good with my saw blade, I think. Although because it is in there. Oh, you're saying cut away and do the double-sided, huh? They were all treated. I don't know if they were treated. They must have been treated at separate times. Look at the color on that. It's like some of the top-notch Kingman with that dark blue. That's one of my favorite blues in turquoise is the dark blue. I love the vibrant, sort of almost neon-y blue, but that dark blue, I love that. So, Alfred, welcome in. Okay. Yeah, I mean, some of the jewelry that I have, I specifically keep it because of the energies that I felt when I was at the estate sale or wherever I bought it from. I only had one really odd burning sensation in my finger, not anywhere else. And it was from a ring. There was a piece of trench art that came from the Second World War. I think it was Second World War or Victoria. I think it was the Second World War. And the plane had gone down and crashed. And while they were waiting to be rescued, and they were there a long time, a piece was made out of the outside of the airplane, the metal of the outside of the airplane. Yeah, sometimes, I do that. Picture. And the first time I put that ring on, I think it says 1942 on it. I got a burning sensation on my finger that I took it off. I am not an expert in gems, Jose, at all. I consider myself a novice. I've been cutting for about 5 years. I've been looking at stone and jewelry for probably the last 25 years, just as a sort of enthusiast, not as a professional reseller, more as investment. And then I started cutting about 5 years ago with the encouragement of my lovely wife, and stopped since, really. And a lot of what I learn is from you guys in the chat, and I learn from other people that are creators on YouTube. I am fortunate enough that I have one of the local jewelers that's been around for about 50 years now. His family originally New York jewelers, and he uses me from time to time to cut stones that nobody else can or nobody else wants to even try. take that as a huge compliment. So just going around giving it a girdle. And then we'll take that top off, see what's underneath there. I'm hoping for a little pyrite. A little pyrite would really make it help pop. I'm trying to see if we got anything in there. Not quite. Not quite. Thank you. Yeah, this one's really nice. Like I said, I have some pieces with this dark blue in it, and I love it. Now let's do it on this wheel. We'll just take it off. There we go. It's going to be a very low dome. Very similar to, there you go. Similar to this, almost. I just backed that one for safeties. Let's see if I can get a full face out of this. I've levitated a few times, Steve, in my life. I don't know what my highest point of levitation has ever been, but it's a really hard landing. And I think my biggest jump ever was probably jumping off the 17th Street Causeway Bridge in Fort Lauderdale. And the Los Olas Bridge, but the 17th Street Causeway Bridge. I don't know how high it is either. It's extremely high. My friend Michael, who's a chef, and I jumped off of it. I ended up with huge black bruises all over the back of my legs and all over my back. And I went in straight. Thank you, Jose. Good luck. I hope the fires all go out at some point here soon. I was talking to my mom about it. I know Madrid was smoky, but yeah, please keep yourself and your family safe. And I'd love to see you come in the chat another time. We really appreciate you being here. And yeah, come visit another time. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Oh, and congratulations on the World Cup. All right. So from the top, it's a little different. There we go. I think I said that. Let's move over here. I'll remember it for the rest of my life, Steve. Thank you, Anne. Very kind of you. Yeah, and I went in straight, hands next to my sides. Didn't bend my head back. I'm wondering if I'm going to change sides on this. Give me 1 second here. I'm not sure which side I like better. I personally kind of like that side better. Because of that, I'm going to lose some of the stone, so I'm going to change its orientation. Yeah. So I'm changing which side is going to be the face. I will lose a little bit because I have to change the orientation of the girdle from one angle to the opposite angle. So I like that side better. It's flat. And let's start. I'm going to do a little 45 across this angle here. So if you're new to the channel, thank you for being here. I go live on Sundays at 2 p.m. and Thursdays at 6. Even if you don't like the stone that I'm cutting, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up just for putting my safety gloves on today. It's a huge improvement. And we'd love to see you come back another time. So I'll be on for a couple of hours. Usually I'm on a couple of hours every Thursday and Sunday. See how I started to just turn it over slightly. Hey Tanya, how are you? Everybody welcome. Tanya in the house. Tanya is out in California. Top 3 jewelry resellers in the country on YouTube. And a fantastic variety of everything you can imagine, from costume jewelry to silver and sterling, gold from 10 karat to 18 karat, antiques, a little bit of everything, and fun to watch, really fun to watch. So yeah, head over to Jewelry Addiction, My Jewelry Addiction, hit that subscribe. On the way back, hit my subscribe. Hey everybody, would Steve or Freckle Cat please please let me know if I hit 3,000 yet. I might even be hitting 3,000 today, I forgot. It may have already happened. And then when we hit 3,500, we will be doing a subscriber reward, and we'll also do a local reward, and I will also be handing out the second recipient of the pullout award. Not sure who that's going to be yet. Yeah, become part of the sub club, help me reach my goals, and it's all free. It's free. I just would love your appreciation. It helps me and helps the channel. And if you don't, thank you for being here anyway. What? Import, thank you so much for the cake. Trophy cake, fantastic. Tanya, that's California coffee. Everybody, please like that from that super chat from Tanya. It's so nice of you. You're so kind. I'll put it towards shipping, Tanya. How about that? Thank you so much. Yeah, send some love to Tanya, please. Oh, I guess I should put you guys on screen, shouldn't I? You got distracted. It's looking good. Now I'm going to do a bit of the pull out. So now I'm just going to go from the middle of the stone and pull it out to this edge, getting lighter as I get to that outside edge. And I'll do all three sides, and then I'll do it very, very gently on those rounded corners. And that just helps with my dome. Barely touching the wheel, actually. Extend the stone to the other side. And that last side from the middle and pulling out. And this is where the pull-out award came from originally. And then it came from the chat. Uh-oh. So that's the three sides, and now we're going to just roll that corner a little bit. Tanya, that's fabulous. Thank you so much. Just like that. Yeah, it's turning out really nice, especially as it was stuck to two other stones, and we got it off, so that's good. So yeah, this is an extra, and as you can see, we got a little bit of pyrite going on. Could be silver. We got some nice speckles going across. That's a really nice stone. Very nice stone. It'll fit great on somebody's finger. Yeah. Thank you for all the thumbs up, everybody, too. That's right, Dusty. Who said you couldn't buy love? All right, let's get a picture of that one, too. Sorry. Whoop. There you go. And do the flip. So the focus with these gloves on is a little bit different than normal. Beautiful. Perfect. That's the Tiffany we did. Austin, welcome in. The Tiffany. A nice little piece of turquoise. Still got a few little facets on there, you see. We still got 3 wheels to do on that one. See, that just blends up. Pretty pretty. All right. We are going to run these 2 real quick. Some of you have seen these. These are the Egyptian. And just did a quick backing. So it's actually pretty thin. I just did it so that it'll stay together longer. It really didn't need it, but we like to extend the life of stones if we can, without altering them. Freckle cat. It's funny. somewhere in that corner. Really don't want to touch the turquoise yet. So this is sort of an ongoing project we've been doing on the lives the last 3 times, I think. And almost to the end of it. That one's good. Let's do this one. And then after these 3, I think we'll start dremeling a little bit, see what happens. After dremeling that boulder opal last week, it's almost 10 days actually. My hands are just getting clean from it. 10 days, 2 weeks later. Hi everybody, welcome in. Wow. All those rubies and jewels. I'm sorry if I missed you, I didn't mean to. It's hard to see in chat sometimes, but that's no excuse. Let me see if I can catch anybody. Import, thank you so much. I think that's it. So yeah, import Tanya, thank you so much. I get stuck at looking at the wheels and making sure I'm not missing the project that I'm trying to work on. All right, we're gonna move over. I think this one we're gonna get close, and then we'll start blending over the top. See that? That's the. I've even cleaned these wheels. That's the boulder opal coming out still. Pretty thin in some areas with that backing, so it's not adding too much weight, but it is adding some stability to it, which is really what I'm after. Everybody needs a bit of stability in their life. Which is second to my wife. Really? Diane, I wish. So I wish I could do that, and then, so I'm going to start taking that top corner down and doming it out. I wish I could do that, and I wish I could do that noodling opal over in Australia. That'd be so much fun. Maybe one day. So when is the best rainy season to go to the Kingman mine? But I wouldn't really want to go in the too rainy season. Look how thin it got there. That's some good backing right there. Noodling opal. It's not noodling catfish, but basically you can do it in daytime or nighttime, but sometimes after the big rains you go with a black light or a UV light and go by all the tailings where everybody supposedly has got all the opal out of, and you go through everybody's tailings, and you're allowed to. and find opal that way without having to go down to the mine. I've seen some people find some amazing pieces that have been misplaced, kind of. Back in the day, there were certain types of opal that they didn't want. They just threw them back. Like the blues. Nobody really wanted the blues. Oh, look at that. Almost matching. I could bring that in a little bit and match it out. So let's see what happens. Even if I didn't do an exact match on these, they'd look as good as a pair. Like, are there people out there that go by and like look at your left ear and then go to your right ear and make sure that the stone's exactly the same? I suppose they probably are, which is really sad. But I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? For doing it by hand and not even looking. Went in a little far on that one. And really, it's because I got a flat side right there. Not much I can do about it. Alright, now let's do the dome on this one. Or you can put these both in a pendant lined up on top of each other. One is a tiny bit smaller than the other. Throw in an opal in between. Actually, we could throw in the trillion cut in between, maybe. Hi everybody, welcome in. There are so the ones that I wish we could have back, some of them, are some of the bigger dinosaur fossils. Not so much shells and clams. They had so many shells and clams, Steve. Like, it's a whole ocean bottom, so in the shell patch, they're just millions. Sort of rounding that off. A little bit of a dome going. I'm going to go to the next wheel with both of these. Maybe the subs isn't working today, that's okay. But I would love for anybody who would like to subscribe. I go live on Thursdays at 8 p.m. No, 6 p.m. and Sundays at 2 p.m. I finish about 8 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I'd be honored if you would subscribe. We've done super well with the channel in the last year. We are moving onwards. Stephen has set the goal of 250,000. And we would love for you to be a part of it. Really? Now let's see. I'm not with that. Not with that. myself. See, all right, that's a pretty stone. That one. Let's finish this other one. We'll do the trillion cut, get that one finished, and then we're going to work on the opal and Dremel it out. And I should take a little break for something to drink. How long have we been on? An hour? It is muggy out here today. I would say it's about 90% humidity. And as I showed in that picture earlier, a couple of days ago, it was 111. So I think it's a good way for me to lose weight. Did anybody get those polyhedrals today? Yeah, and then when we hit 3,500 was the next goal. We will do a lurker award because we love to have the lurkers here as well. I'm just happy that you're watching, and we'll give out a reward there. And then we'll also do a subscriber reward at the 3,500 mark. And yeah, the copper, native copper in Michigan, some of the slabs are amazing. And then, which means you should have turquoise up there too, Steve. Look at those, pretty nice. Very happy. No, I don't want to recut. Hey Kenwood, how are you? Anthony, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Alright. So I'm trying to do stuff with gloves on, and the phone does not like the gloves very much. There we go. So that's 4. Let's finish up the trillion, and then we're going to Dremel out that opal. I do not have any andesite. What do you mean andesite up in Michigan? I don't want to get too close on this one. This was the, I think it was last night I put this up as a short. Taking off the excess on this one. And we're going to rearrange a little bit. Alright, good. Hi everybody, welcome in. Just a trillion cut. So a true trillion cut, I think it is 50 facets with another 31 facets cut as well. And that's a true trillion cut on a faceted gem. I just call this a trillion cut because of the shape of the stone. And there's got to be at least 50 little florets sticking out in the top. So yeah, and if you don't mind, hit the subscribe. It really helps the channel, it pushes it out, it's free. Maybe you see what you like. We change everything from turquoise to opal. Today we did a piece of Tiffany stone, we do jaspers. What else do we do? Petrified wood, agates. We go out on the saw sometimes and cut nodules just to see what's inside. We have some wonderful people that come into the chat. And don't be shy, say hi in the chat. And if you don't want to, that's okay. I really do enjoy having the lurkers here as well. Maybe you guys learn something, or maybe you can make a comment and maybe teach me a little something as well. I think I'm done with this actually. So you can see on this side here, once I go through that line right there, I get into sort of that yellowy spotty matrix, which I kind of like, but I have the rest of the stone to do that, and I was just trying to get some of the sort of darker matrix on this one, which is pretty cool. Right now, Ken, I'm doing really well. I'm out here cutting stones with you guys. So we did 5. That's pretty good. So I was actually thinking maybe something like that. Make an awesome pendant right there. How about something like that? That's 3. And then the other 2, this one was an extra one. Look at that one. I love the color on that. Very much like the blue moon, dark blue moon that Tim and Brandy had. And then of course the Tiffany. I do not what Joseph Knight is, Anthony. I assume Joseph found it, but I don't know. I don't know that for sure. And I do not know what it looks like, to tell you the truth. If you wanted, I think my community post is open right now. You can always take a picture and do a little post over there. And then we'd all see it at a later, after you posted it up, maybe we could all comment on it. Not bad, eh? Anybody seeing anything in this one yet? Alright, what's next? Let's get those into something where I don't lose them. Bingo. And let's turn this off for a second, which is dangerous because it's probably going to seize up. But we are going to now work on this chunkaroonie. Look at that. That's the one we were doing last weekend. We've still got some work to do on that. That's Boulder Opal, Australia. Queensland area probably. Winton would be a good guess. Yeah, the chunker. Yeah, this one's pretty. That's pretty the way it is now. But give me a second here. We are going to work on this one. We're going to see if we can take out some of this sort of concretey matrix without disturbing too much of the opal. First, to do that, I have to get that off. Get rid of this water real quick, so good. Cut this water outside real quick. Takes a second. And that's what we're going to work on. Give me about 10 seconds. I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. I could show you all my Dremel stuff, but I don't think there's much need for it today. I like to get the Diamond Pacific Nova bits if I can, and if I can't, you can always go through like Suva. I think Kingsley North had some. Just do that. And I think I can take my gloves off because we're going to be working with the Dremel. Let's get you guys into a good position. There we go. And we're going to start with well, this is 100 grit. So it's a rounded cylinder is what they call it. It's got 100 grit on it. It's got a menu regular rotary on this one from Harbor Freight. $10. But it's a good little digger. Let me get something to drink here. This choice today. Boink. And then we'll get going. But yeah, thank you all for being here. I hope you're all having a great weekend. It's a shame it's got to finish tomorrow. Let's clean you guys up as well. So, close your eyes. You need to clean that. Oh, somebody got reviewed. Oh, that's good. So where do we start? The question. We got a click star as well. So this one, Steve, I don't know if this was a fossil. I don't know if it shows. Oh. It's definitely got color in it. We got some pockets of what looks like a sandstone, really, but looks like concrete. But even in there, you've got little slivers of opal that went through something. So this has been, opal is it's a pseudomorph. Basically, it's a replacement. So it might be a crack that's in the stone. It may be a shell. It could be not cinnabar, but we do get. I have not worked with cinnabar. I guess probably because some of the reports about it's red. So there's other things in the world that are red that go along with gold, and they're not very healthy. So they used to cut a lot of cinnabar back in the day. All right, let's give this a go. Continue to practice doing this through the phone, so I'm not even looking at this directly. You can see that is leftover. Some of the leftover boulder coming off. I need to get a good angle where you guys can see through the. How's that? That's pretty good, isn't it? I forgot where I was working already. They should be able to feel when I hit the opal. something real quick. Where are you? I could do it with a knife, but oh, that's what I want. Let's see. It does come out. So I've had this soaking for, well, first it soaked for a year. So it's not like it's never been penetrated with water. Hmm. No idea how deep it goes. I don't want to stick this in my thumb. Let's go back to the drum. What do I have on the other one? I got a pointy one on the other one. Let's give it a try. So this is just a Harbor Freight bit. Deep digging. What? Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, thank you all. I love you guys. Thank you so much. That's 3,000. That's unbelievable. And super kind of everybody. Even the ones that aren't here right now. Thank you so much. Yeah. Austin, thank you. Yeah, we got a trophy cake. So yeah, I can do a countdown on it. I think you can do a later countdown on it. Wow, that's fabulous. That is a mark I never thought I'd reach. And we've done it in a year, pretty much. And so 500 to go. We will have a reward for everybody. Not for everybody, but for everybody that's lurking and doesn't necessarily, want to engage, but loves to watch, which I love you guys for that. Thank you so much for being here also. And we will have... Thank you, Rosebud. Kenwood, thank you. Yeah, all of you guys, all of you are part of this. Some of you don't always make it to the lives, but you're always in the shorts making comments and all that. It all helps. And you've all become my friends at this point. And like we said earlier in the chat, onwards and upwards. And Steve's put a minimum limit of 250,000. No problem, Tug. I'm just going to do this for a while, and then we'll go from there. And then everybody, like Tog, that Opal guy that's in the chat right now, please go over to his channel, subscribe, make a comment, say Sir RocksAlot sent you. But he is always in everybody's chat. He's always very supportive, and he's always got great comments for everybody. He also has a good laugh, and then he has his channel. He's one of the Dremel Kings in YouTube, and so yeah, thank you, Todd. Yeah, he does, Steve. He's been doing it probably half the time that I have. We are dremeling out some concrete out of this Opal. Could cut it, but we're just going to Dremel it for a while. Wow, 3,000. Thank you all so much. Maybe that'll make a difference to YouTube when they review my acceptance of the invitation to go to that little event. And if we do the event, I will not be on one of the Thursdays coming up. I don't know if it's next, the one after that, or the one after that. But if I go to the event, then maybe we'll be able to do some live from there instead. I don't know if I'll be allowed to or not. Hope not, Todd. All right, here we go. I gotta keep moving on this though. So this is just a rotary. Got lots of different speeds on it. Be a little more aggressive with that pointy on here. I have not. I'm just gonna go digging in here a little bit. Maybe, but it is sort of a inner channel thing, I think. They're going to give us some tips and stuff, which I can always share with you guys. I just can't share who it is that's telling me about them. Like, I can't give out their emails, I can't. But it is YouTube for the Southeastern District of the United States. And it'll just be nice to even meet the people, so. Well, I think we got a little bit at the bottom here. Hi, Jed. Jed, thank you for being one of my biggest supporters. Very kind of you. Thanks for keeping my genie going. And even helping me with a new one. So. And Dusty too. I don't know who Freckle Cat's working on next. That's awesome, Rosebud. So just trying to dig this hole out. No, maybe if we dig some of this out, we'll recognize it as being a card of something. Like a piece of a jawbone or something. I'm not seeing any clear under there yet, though. Just some wait. I'm not trying to be a perfect fossil cleaner here either. I could turn that down a little. Let's turn a little quick. See how deep that goes. So what we'll do, we'll get some of the dirt out and then see if we can find any clean patches. See if we can see how deep some of these holes go before hitting Opal, and then we'll soak it for another week, and then we'll do some more on it next week. Right now I'm not seeing anything. Oh, is that white coming through there? Could be. Maybe the upper part of a skull. I don't think so. Let's dig it all out. We'll figure it out. So, down to some opal in there. Yeah, it kind of looks like the little possum head that Toby picked up a couple of weeks back. And they do have opossums in Australia. I don't know if they had them all those years ago. I guess they probably did. So I have a question too. I hadn't thought about this. So if I used muriatic acid on this, I think it would take out the sandstone, wouldn't it, and not take the opal out? Any experts out there? I know I've seen Justin take opals and literally dip them in acid to show that they won't dissolve. Maybe that's something I should be doing instead of this. Take this out. I think this might be the eye socket. So will it affect the opal itself, Jeff? That's my question too. I don't think it does. Or maybe if I don't leave it in there too long. Even this one. Hurt my fingers. I have to do a Google photo lookup later on and see if it comes up with anything. I don't know if that's quite the compliment, is it, Dusty? I don't know. How would you take that? Look at all the staining that's underneath the sandstone. Depends on if they're a swimmer or not, Todd. Just going very roughly on this one. We do know there's color in it. So Kubapedi, about 99.9. More over here. So no, it won't take the opal away, or yes, it will take the opal away. I can always do a test piece time. Perfect, that's exactly what I need. Thank you. So maybe that's what we're going to do. I think I have some sitting over by the door. I think I've got some by the door that's been sitting there for a few years. See if we can get some of that out. I think we're going to go let this one rest. Go back to the other one. Where's that big hole? There we go. So we made some advancement on this, right? Oh, this is the most this is the quietest live I've ever had. And I like it. Oh wow, we got tend to go on the thumbs up. I'll try to be quiet. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's sandstone for sure. I just wanted to loosen it up a little bit, but like loosen up, because I think it opalized a little bit throughout the sandstone as well, even though it's not colored. And so it's made it very glossy. Yeah, I wouldn't. I think that's probably the best idea too, is not to go ahead and stick the whole thing in there. Maybe do a tester piece on another piece that I have. I've had this piece for 3 or 4 years now. Let's try this other Dremel for a minute. All right. Yeah, I used to buy a lot of dental stuff. In fact, I have a Boldor motor over there that I think came from the dentist. Well, it came from a dentist's office, and it's the smoothest motor I've ever used. This is not smooth. In fact, just because I said that, let's just put that in there nice and straight. That's a little bit better. No, don't like it. See, the thing with the cheap Dremels or rotary tools is that it's hard to get the piece to go in straight and to tighten up straight. That's a bit better. But we're just digging out sand, so I'm not too worried about it. Do the big patch. Okay, I was not expecting that. I think I'm through the Opal already right there. Hi everybody, welcome in. The other one's safe. This one, I would be very precautious. It's okay. Trying to get through, and as I get closer to the opal, the sand itself is more and more opalized, if you can see that. We're going to go under a pointy bit in a minute. I'm going to go on a pointy bit with that. Let's see if we can get some of this out. I need another World Cup. They've got me watching baseball. Thank you for all the thumbs up there. Coming up into the color right there. And some of this I'm actually not pushing down on the stone. I'm literally just touching the top of the sand. And the vibration from the Dremel is breaking the sand up a little bit. And that will lead to something else. See how this goes. I'm not going to take it up to that opal. I'm going to take it just to the edge of it. Wow, we hit 3,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. That's freaking awesome. I can't believe it, actually. And it helps me keep going, to tell you the truth. Hey, Terry. Terry, look at that. We hit 3,000. So at 3,500, we'll be doing the subscriber giveaway. We'll be doing a subscriber reward at 3,500, which is what we said when we hit 2,500, and then we will do a lurker award also at 3,500. So stick around, and you can either be a subscriber or not, and then I will make a choice of who the new pull-out award goes to, the pull-out recipient goes to. So, yep. I think from here now, I'm going to change the bit. That's right, Jesse. Jesse's getting extra points, I think. Let's put this one away. Let's get these out. Thermal case. I had a 80 grit Nova, and that's really what I want. I made a 280. I know. My 280 grit Nova, that's what I did. So, let's see if I can find. Let's go down. I've been on the course. Sorry, I have a bit in my mouth. Don't want that one. That one looks good. That one looks better. We can get in a little bit better with that one. Let's do that. So this is a mix between the loudest and quietest lives that we've done. I guess you can't even see over there. Boink. Hi everybody. Working on this big chunk of opal. I'm actually doing pretty well. And just changing my Dremel bit here. And I pulled the wrong one out. There we go. It's not too pointy, but it does have a little bit of a point. So it's what they call a rounded cone when you go to buy stuff. Yep, nobody can ever take that away from me, Steve. So, let's just do a test. That is not good. That's better. All right. Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a decent weekend. Let's see if we can get into some of these smaller crevices here. Here's a little bit of noise. Well, actually, here's a bit of coffee. I think we're going to go for about, I don't know, maybe half an hour more. And then we'll move over to talk. If you don't know that Opal guy, I think he's going live soon. Please head over there, say hi. Give him a thumbs up. You can come back or you can stay. But very kind gentleman. That's that Opal guy. TOG or train for short. So it's just an award for some of the better and more humorous comments that we get without crossing the line. So Rebecca, humorous comments that don't cross the line. Quite close, but not quite. Here we go. I can get in a little bit tighter on these spots. Actually, why not? So just because we can, let's open up this a little bit and see if that color comes up to the top. Jesse working on it. Let's see. going. Let's see if we do this. And that. Not showing up well. There we go. You can see at the top. So, from my experience, you see up the top here, so you have the opal in here, and then you see that sort of creamier layer on the top, and it kind of goes all the way around. That tends to be, for me, sort of shell. I don't know if that's true. So could this be the inside of a shell somehow? Like maybe a conch shell? Where it has these... So, I don't know. I'm just thinking out of the box. So what if it was like cone-shaped like a shell? Somehow. And these are just almost like an ammonite. Right? So, like an ammonite, where you have your pockets. Is that possible? Maybe. Just a thought. Let's keep going. So I promised myself that once I hit 3,000, I have to do memberships. So I've already done memberships. If I get to go to this YouTube event, I've been waiting on doing them because I want to make sure that my different levels, so if I do memberships, I want to make sure that my different levels are not too far out and not too expensive. Where nobody can afford to do it. So it'll be under $5, but I might only do one tier. There's a lot of things I've been learning, which is why I haven't done it yet. People do 3 tiers and then want to get rid of one tier, but if they get rid of one tier, they lose all their members. And so I'm still learning, but we're going to have to do something because I hit 3,000, and that's just amazing. So thank you. Let's get back to it. Just thinking out loud. And you can come watch for free anytime you want. I have no problem with that. In fact, I like that. YouTube's such a great learning tool. I know you can find all kinds of weird stuff, but it's also a great learning tool. Not just for like lapidary or silversmithing, but there's just so many different crafts and professions that you can learn off of here. I'm still putting together a video on a time machine. like dragonflies, especially around here. The larvae and mosquitoes. Around here, the dragonflies are so big you can almost get knocked out if it hits you in the head. See if I can get under there. I've not been to Colorado yet, Jesse, and we're almost starting to plan a trip. We've got some little deep areas in here. It's coming off slowly. I mean, it still looks gray and gray, but it's not sandy and sandy. Although sandy and sandy would be a trip to watch. And this one's sandy and that one's sandy. I always wonder if the dragonflies are drones at this point. I don't really, but I know some people wonder. I am not picking up on any particular bone part or skeletal part or anything like that at this point. Not yet. I can smell the natives are definitely out on their porch. They must have got a bonus in their paycheck this week. There, we got color there, and down the other end we got color too. So this piece, I don't know how, this piece is pretty much color from end to end. Some of the thinner pieces don't have it. Ooh, look at that. Get that out. I think we can clean that out. So I am looking at what you guys are looking at. And I'm just using the Dremel bit in the phone to pick my spot. I'm actually not looking at my arm and my hand or anything like that. I'm just sort of trying to let my body instinctively do what it needs to do by looking through the phone. It's an odd feeling to try and do, actually. I'm a lot better at it than I thought. I'm barely touching the stone. I'm really just touching the sand so that it flakes off. Ta-ta! It could be tartar sauce. I mean, if this is a fossil, tartar sauce might have tasted good with it. Who knows, maybe it is a giant crab of some kind. Let's turn to these little matrices here. I don't know if I can do this one. See how there's like a sliver of opal going there? I don't know if I want to mess with that. Right? Ooh, tadpoles. We got, and I did that estate sale with the Larimar. 4 years ago, whatever it is. He had a pool, and he had rocks in the bottom of the pool. You couldn't see them. You couldn't see them very well. And it was the time of year when we were doing the sale that when you went to look in the pool, there were tadpoles in there that were probably this big. And that's without the tail. That's the head and the abdomen were this big. Probably 2.5 inches long by 2 inches wide. At first they scared the dickens out of me, but they were bullfrog tadpoles. Sure I can. Yeah, this Dremel's very loud. So yeah, I was doing the Larimar estate sale, and let's do this. This will help too. And while we were there, they had a swimming pool, and in the bottom of the swimming pool were a whole bunch of rough rocks that they. Yeah, I never really thought about it. I mean, have you just seen? So when I went over there and was trying to get stuff from the bottom of the pool, then some of the rocks that were on the edge started moving. And I thought they were snakes at first because you could just see this body. It's a body this big. Like, yeah, it's huge. And they're just bullfrog tadpoles, which makes sense because bullfrogs around here get like 2 pounds. So, yeah, it scared me a little bit. And a little freaky. Little freaky. All right, back to some noise. I think we're going to do like about 15 more. What a great day. I've had a fantastic month. Look at that color. Hi everybody, welcome in. Yep. And we get some pretty big snakes. Ow. I have I think we did pretty well. Clean this area up a little more. Huh. That's okay. A lot of times too, Jesse, I don't necessarily talk while I'm dremeling. It can be even meditative for me on this end, and usually when I work on the wheels, it's a little bit easier to hear me. So it's just some really, really, really loud ASMR. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes I'm funny. Alright, we're almost done. I'm going to do maybe 10 more minutes, and then we're going to call this, and I'm going to let it soak for a little while longer. And maybe we'll do a little bit on the, well, I'll just show the other opal, and then we'll call it. But, wow, I got 131 likes, everybody. That's fabulous. That's fantastic. I'm really chuffed about hitting 3,000. So I do not have one of those. Thank you, Jesse. It's hard actually, Jesse. I think we all do it a little bit. We don't always know that we're being educational to people and maybe even humorous at the same time. So I try to do a little bit of both, and then I try and bring a little bit of sort of the ordinary and turn it into the extraordinary. That's really what the channel's about, and that's all the people that come into the chat. You're all extraordinary, so thank you for being here. All right, a little bit of noise. I guess what I could do is go in a little closer, and that'll help at least a little bit with the noise and me talking. Good. That's fantastic. That's really what it's about. And we come on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock p.m. and Thursdays at 6 p.m. on yeah, and that's Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so really I just need to leave it down there and keep my phone further back, and then just bring you in this way. And that means I definitely have to go through the phone to cut. Trying to work my way up here from sub-professional dremelist to nanosurgery PhD. Okay, yeah, go over to Tog and say hi, everybody. Don't know what he's up to today. He's probably working on some opal as well. Although we have been weaning him off the opal a little bit into other materials. And he does it differently. He likes to... So Tog likes to put his Dremel in a vise and then work with his hands that way. I just like to freehand it. I'm kind of like my life. And yeah, no agenda. But yeah, please go say hi to Tog. Then you can come back. It's up to you. Anyway, thank you. Oops. Go in here. I'm going to bring it out and show it before we leave. Oh, that's just me being silly, Jesse. I am literally working through the screen. So what you see is what I see, and I'm just sort of letting my arms and hands do it automatically, or instinctively is the right word. And so I'm not actually looking at my fingers. Oh, I can't even see my hands, actually. I can see what's in here. And then I can see a part of my left arm and most of my right arm, but I can't see my hand. So, I don't know. When they worked on me, they had a giant screen. That's when they gave me a brain back. Yeah. Okay. Back to... It could be a bolo, but it's a bit thick. I might have to slice it right in two. Oh well, we're starting to get color to come out up here too. So. I'm gonna leave that before we uncover that. I want to see if I can figure out what shape this is first. All right, a couple more minutes, then we'll bring out the other opal just to show it and how it's coming along, and then I think we'll be done. So I need to turn that on. Thank you all for being here. Hit that like if you would. I'm almost at 150. That would be fabulous. Yeah, and that's why we're gonna get off. We're gonna let that Opal guy get some time on. Alright, we're done. So let's get a quick after picture, even though we're not done with this. We're gonna get a quick after. We dug out a lot. We did a lot of work today, actually. And the more I see sort of these little seams here, the more I'm thinking it may be part of a giant shell of some kind. Maybe. I don't know. Let's take a quick. All right. So what did we do today? We did. Boop, what did I do with it? What did I do with it? Oh, there we go. So we did these today. So if you missed these and you like what you see, come back on Thursday. I will be live at 6 p.m. So, oops. These are the turquoises we did earlier, before we got into digging the opal. And then this was the Tiffany stone we did. That came out fantastic. Junk on there, even though it's got some beautiful color in it. Lots to do on that one still. But what a great session. So thank you all for being here. I'm gonna have to put this opal away, and while I do that, I'll bring out the boulder opal real quick. So let's get all those safe. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for your support. Can't believe we hit 3,000. What an amazing year. A week, the month, everything. It's been really fantastic, and you guys have made it so. We have, where is it? Boulder opal. Let's see if it dried out a little bit. No, it didn't. So this sparkles when it's wet, and we gotta finish doing this one. We did that 2 lives ago. You can see how the layers of boulder, the layers of opal all came down at the same time, all the way around this stone. Thank you, Rosebud. I appreciate you coming in and saying hi and watching. The off-color blue pendant. Oh, I think that was this one. That's the Tiffany stone, Jesse. That one? That's Tiffany stone. Opalized fluorite mix out of Utah. Dusty. That's funny. Yeah, and that's a really nice piece. All right, that's the boulder opal. So thank you all for coming in. Come back to see us again. Thursday we'll be on. By then I should know if I'm doing the YouTube event, which I would really love to go to. It's just meet and greet and getting some tips on things to do with your channel. And I assume it's at their offices, and it's in a pretty big city, so I'll let you guys know about that too. And thank you, Jesse. I'm glad you made it in. Jed, thank you. Thank you for the rubies up there. You guys are amazing. Tanya, thank you for the super chat. Very kind. And I think that almost makes me up to my next 100, which is fabulous. This is good though too. You can pick this up when you're in a really bad mood. And go, things aren't so bad. Isn't that pretty? And this was a gift. So J&V Rock Hounding, thank you. Please go over JV Rock Hounding as well and sub over here to him. He's like the agate king, the new agate king, the newly to be crowned agate king, and super nice gentleman. Ah, funny you would say that. Do I have it here? I thought I brought them out to show you guys. And I don't know where it's going. I had brought out a bag. Where is it? Oh, funny you should say that. So we've gone a little bit longer. These were some of the things that I got from the estate sale, other than the silver wire and everything. They called this black quartz, which is not black quartz, but I'm wondering if it's jet. It's similar to coal, but it's different. So I might just nip that off. So I've got a few pieces of this, and I have a feeling it's jet. If anybody knows, that would be great. It would be a little awkward. I'd be okay with it, but I don't think he'd find it very funny. His wife might laugh. He's a big truck driver, Jesse. No, I don't have diced opal, but so what else did I get? I did get a few things that were native related in their jewelry. So little bits of spiny oyster, which I've never worked with. These were $1 a piece, which is just, look at that. So, yeah, this was a really good estate sale for me. Look at these. I gotta show you guys this. Sorry for the late show and tell here. Look at that. Ready for this? Let's turn this off. Let's turn that one off. Let's turn this one off. Look at the green in that. You ready? So, look at that. Isn't that spectacular? Hard stuff. So jade. Look at the glow on it. This one's a bit thinner. That's just the price. You ready for the prices? Now this is just regular flashlight. And yeah, Lane, right? So I don't get to go rock hounding like a lot of you. Here comes the light. But this one was polished on the front already. Look at that. So definitely some beautiful pieces to come out of this one. I think I'm going to have to wait until I get some new wheels though. I can break them in with this. Beautiful stuff. What else did I get? Oh, that's why we pulled it out. So, pulled it out because somebody mentioned dice. And I thought I had seen, I think it's Phil from That Opal Mills. If you don't know That Opal Mills, well, please go over to his channel. But I bought these. They're granite. But I thought, look what I can make out of them. So, if I can do it properly, I can just Dremel and we can put maybe some turquoise in there. Yeah, for sure. I got 9 of them, all slightly different. I got, well, you know, you could make a pair, or you could do 2 different colors, 2 different shades. But this is the hard part of doing the dice. I think the easy part would be putting the dots on them. So that's for the future. All right. I don't know where the black light is. So Yeah, we got a few in the family. I was a D&D nerd-ish. Let's just say, yeah, I don't have my books anymore. I have a couple of books, but they're more not first edition. Dungeon Master stuff. I still know my original Dungeon Master. So, yep. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool, man. I'd love to see those. Why don't you take a picture and post them up on my community? That would be fantastic. Uh-oh, we got a face. Uh-oh. Do we have a face? Or is it Santa? All right, I'm getting tired and silly. Thank you for... Yeah, bismuth dice sounds really awesome. So, yeah, I see a little face going on here. Anyway, thank you all once again. I'm never going to get out of here. Thank you all so much. Go over to see that Opal guy, and we'll see you in the next one. Thursday, 6 o'clock. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Don't let the boss get to you, because by next Thursday, we'll almost be to the weekend. So love you guys. Appreciate the support. Thank you for getting me to 3,000. And we are onward and upward. And see you Thursday. In the meantime, take care of each other. And most of all, take care of yourselves. Cheers now. Bye, everybody.